there it goes.
Recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's team call. And so good to see you guys. Good to see all of you on here. I'm wrapped up a little bit because it's a little chilly. But we have a great speaker tonight, Jessica Bowman, right here in Lexington, Kentucky. Lifetime Diamond Coach. She's going to tell us how to add value with Canva, which is such a great tool for our business. It's so easy to use, and she's going to tell us how she uses it to add value. But I just want to say congratulations to those of you who reached Success Club so far, or hit, one person or two this month, and we're in the middle of the month, so plenty of time. But March is such a big month. It's 31 days, so that's awesome for us as a team. The Master the Mechanics group is doing great. You guys are posting, you're doing the things, and you're posting today, and I'm seeing it, and it looks really, just your whys are awesome. And knowing our whys and why we're doing this business is absolutely going to push us over the humps, like in the picture that actually, that one of our coaches in the Inspire Empire page, Heather, she shared about entrepreneurship. I mean, that is the entrepreneur life. It's these valleys, it's these peaks, and it's up and down. And that is, let's see, I'm muted, right? And that is what happens. And when you can get together like this, and you can bind and lift each other up and be a team, kind of like what Trish talked about last night, really leaning on one another even more than, you might want to, or you might feel like you need to. But I think it's so important. So in that call, guys, with Trish McFarland is on the Team the Inspire Empire page. If you're not a member of that page, let us know and we'll add you, because I think it's on YouTube. I look for it. So just keep going. Remember your why, and that will always help you. Always. And when you feel like it's too hard, come into the team, type what's going on, let us know, call someone up, chat, because chances are we can pull each other through. All right? Because in 5 years, it's going to be a very different situation for all of us that stay here. So I expect to see this group in 5 years. All right. Jessica, look, I'm excited about tonight. Canva is such a cool tool because it's free. Just what you can use. So much of what you can use is free. And Jessica's going to talk tonight about how she put together an ebook for her clients and how she did it. She's going to kind of walk us through that. So I'm going to go ahead and let her, I'm sure she's going to share her screen and get into it. But adding value is the one thing we can do to gain trust and from our followers. And it also lets them know that we're not just selling them a challenge pack and that's it. We actually, I think everyone on our team knows that this is about this vital process, about helping our clients, really truly getting in there, letting them have a transformation, and then helping them move forward into either another transformation or 365 days, or if they want to look into coaching, right? So this is where our team can really help and add value. So take it away, Jessica, and I'm going to unmute you because you look so pretty.
Thanks.
Okay, my kids.
Psychology's birthday, so I had to put on makeup for my picture.
Well.
Only on special occasions do I put on makeup. Okay, so Mo and I talked a little bit about this in December. For those of you who aren't brand new, you may have seen the ebook that I did. It was just a holiday survival guide. So I don't actually do like a brand new challenge group each month. I do a lifetime group that just keeps going and I add people in. That's what's worked really well for me. So I've tried to really, because I've made that easier, that simplified for me, I have tried to make my free groups a little more, interesting and fun. And so in December, I was like, okay, what can I do that's free? It's not just, a challenge group or something like that, but that can really give some value. So last year or some point, I don't even know what month, but a bunch of us on the Inspire Empire page did a challenge with Anita for the MAID diet, which was created by Melissa McAllister. She was top 10. I don't think she is this year, but she's still amazing. She's in Shalane Johnson's PIO video. I think she might be in Turbo Fire. She's known Shalane forever. And so she like knows her stuff, right? And so she had this link where you could like download this ebook. And I was reading through it and I was like, I mean, it's packed full of information. Like she researches very full of information, but as far as like how it was created, I was like, that doesn't look all that difficult to create. And it got me thinking, I think probably a lot of us are always asked for like recipes for stuff or exercise moves, simple stuff. Like people want simple, easy, quick, right? That's why Beachbody works for them, because it's convenient and it's effective. So that's what people want. But we can kind of take what we've created for ourselves or borrowed from other people. Like my recipes aren't all my own. Some I get off Pinterest, some I get from other coaches, some I just Google and find. For me, it's all about simple. So like if a recipe has like 20 ingredients, I'm not going to make it. And so the people who are going to be attracted to me are probably going to be that kind of person too. They're not going to be like a chef who's going to like get all crazy creative. I can get creative, but it's got to be stuff I got in my house, right? It can't be like I have to go to 20 stores to get the stuff. I will not do it. It will not happen. And I don't like spending $10 on an ingredient that I'm going to use like a teaspoonful of and then never use it again, or I've got to like scour the internet for recipes. So anyway, yeah, no, I'm not a chef, Megan. I did want to open a diner, a breakfast diner, which is funny. Mona posted about that the other day, and I was like, hey, I always wanted to do that. But then my husband, who's worked in the food industry, told me I was crazy, and it's really hard to run a restaurant, and I'm insane. So shattered that dream real quick. But so anyway, so for me, I was like, I've got all these recipes. I had seen Melissa McAllister's book. Some people had posted in this diamond chat group that I was in about, different free offers. And I think somebody had mentioned something, and I was like, does anyone know how to do an ebook? And there's a video created by Brooke Lipoff, who's actually a Louisville coach. And she explained it really well. So I'm just going to give you like the basics, and then I'll post her YouTube video in the team page, because honestly, it's a 15-minute video and she breaks it down like perfectly. I mean, it's step by step. She doesn't ramble. I probably would. So I'm going to just give you kind of the basics here. Okay. So if you've not if you've not ever gone to Canva, do it. It's canva.com, super easy, canva.com. It is free. Now, there are like memberships and things, but you can do just about anything that you would need for your business for free. If somebody was running like a restaurant or a realtor business or something, they might want to do the upgrade. And it's funny, I've actually seen some of my realtor friends with things that I've seen off of Canva. Like I'm like, hey, I've seen that. I've used that background. So, there are some really successful people that are using Canva. So don't feel like, and don't be overwhelmed by it, because it really can be very, very simple. I'm not a Canva expert. I use it for some very specific things, like creating my background, creating event backgrounds, because it has, if you notice, let me see if I go to more over here. If I scroll down, typically I go to Facebook post, but there's also like all these other ones. And so the other one I like because it's perfectly sized. So if you've ever tried to create a Facebook cover and like it doesn't fit and it like tells you have to have these measurements, just go to this Facebook event cover because it's the right size. So anyway, in December, I decided I was like, I'm just gonna since I'm not having to create a new challenge group, I'm going to create an ebook, and I'm going to make it a holiday survival guide. Just some basic things that I actually Googled some and kind of, borrowed some ideas from different things I saw on the internet, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I created my ebook, which I thought I had it pulled up. It's not liking. There we go. So hopefully it'll pull this up and not get crazy. Okay. I don't know why it's so large. So that's what it looks like. And it's really simple. Like I have like an about me page. And so I know that it might look like, oh my gosh, she's got all these things, and like it links to my Facebook and it links to my Instagram and my email. But Brooke explains exactly how to do that in her video, and it's super, super easy. So I will show you. Let me close that out. Actually, I'm going to close it completely because it, okay. So to start with an ebook, let me go back to the top. Let me see if am I missing any questions? Oh, you couldn't see the book? Okay, I'm going to show it how it looks on my iPad, so I'll show it to you then. And I can post in the team page so everybody can see it too. Okay, so all you do is just go to, can you all see my screen? You can't see my screen? Okay, so if you look, you just scroll over to the A4, because A4 creates, it's just the right size, and it's gonna look nice. Like if they're looking at it on an iPad or on a computer, they're gonna be able to see it. It looks just like a little book. So then the cool thing, you pick A4, these are your layouts. Now, the thing about this is, like, some of them say free, some of them don't, so they have a money with them. I use mostly the free ones because there's lots that you can get that are really cute. Let me try to find a super cute one here that's easy too. So like something like this, okay? That's free. So all you would do is you just click it. I chose it. Then I would just go in here and type in, Jessica's ebook, whatever. This one would be something like, heading to the mountains or whatever. And then you just click in each box. You can change the style of the font. You can change the size of the font. You could actually delete this completely, although, okay, I had to move you all because I'm like, I can't get to things. I could just completely delete that. Control Z undoes what you did, so it puts it back. And so this is super easy. Like, you just type in what you want. You can also just do like plain colored pages. Like, I could just go to a background. And if I click that. So it would just, well, it's not going to do it on that page. Hold on. Add new page. Okay. So I can just keep adding a page. Simplest way would probably be to just add a page and have it stay the same, format. But you could change each page to something different. And so then you just add what you want to that page. So like I have recipes saved. And so I can, let's see. I don't want to get too overwhelming. So there's text. That's super easy. I mean, if you've done Canva at all, then you've played with some of this. And so it's really just taking that and putting it in an ebook format. So all you do is like add a heading. Then I'm just going to type, table of contents. And then, I'll move that up here. And then I could upload a picture. Just doesn't want to do that picture. Ah! Okay, of course it's not cooperating. Let's see if it'll put Natalie's face on there. It won't. Okay, that is really all you do. I don't know why it's not doing it, why it doesn't like my pictures. Okay, there it goes. So you can put a picture. You can resize the picture. And then you can just add anything you want. Like I could type in, you know, a Shakeology recipe, like Mona mentioned, you know, birthday cake Shakeology. So this could be birthday Shakeology recipe. I would just go back to text, move the text down. Birthday cake Shakeology. So that's kind of it. Like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you with like the exactly how, because I do think that Brooke did it better than me, but I did want to show you like where you go from here. So once you've created the book, and Canva will save it as you go, so you don't have to like do it all at once, like in one night or one day. Like you can, you know, do a page, walk away. So, you know, if you're thinking like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. It was, but I did it over like a span of like a week to a week and a half. I would just work on it like 30, 40 minutes a day, and then, you know, do the rest of my life, the rest of my work stuff that I had to do. So don't feel like it has to be, like you could say, okay, I want to release, I was telling Mona earlier, I want to release a grilling book for summer. So that's my goal, is like June 1st. That'll be my next book, will be a grilling book. So yes, me too. Let me see. Do you need to make it a picture frame? So the book stays together, and then you will, when you're ready, you just download it. So once it's actually complete, you will download it as a PDF. So that is like super simple. And until then, like I said, it saves as you go. So I could exit out of this and come back to Canva, and everything I've done is going to be there on my front page. So when you can first get to the canva.com page, it's going to have it actually has things I created like 2 years ago. It just saves it all for you, which is nice, because if I have one that I liked, I can go back to it and reuse it and just change the dates or, you know, the wording or whatever. So it's super, super easy. You can make it complicated. You can make it easy. I would just suggest, just give it a start. Just pick something. It could be super easy. Like maybe you have things that you do every week, and those are like your go-to meals. Then create like a, Susan's go-to meal plan, whatever, and turn it into an ebook. My goal with this, let me see if I can, sorry, I just have to keep moving things around to get to my stuff here. It like won't, okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know, this toolbar is in my way. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. So here's one that I created. I don't know if Susan's on the call or not. If she is, this is Susan's picture. So what I did was I just turned it into a page. So this might be one page in her cookbook. She took a really good picture. So I was like, that would make for a great page in that book. It doesn't have to be your picture. I mean, if you like are making a recipe from the internet and you're like, somebody else took a way better picture than me, you can use theirs. Although I will say, make sure it's not copyrighted, because I've heard there can be some issues with that. So I would suggest make it and then take a picture of it and share it. And then, I just see, these are just text boxes. That's all they are. It's just different text boxes that I used. So you just, add heading. That's all I did. And then I just typed in there. So then if I wanted to say this, so this is a page, then all you would do is you would add a new page. That's all you do. And then you just pick what you want the background to be. You can do another layout page. Like it could be that one. I did pick all the free, although when Brooke was showing her video, she showed one of her pictures she chose was not a free one, but it was only $1. So if your goal is to, really reach a lot of people and you just really love a picture and it's like $1, then it might still be worth it to you to use it because you're only paying $1. And that's not $1 per person that downloads. It's just $1 total that you've paid. So, that might be worth it to you. I'll try to find one that's not free so you can see how you'll be able to tell if you accidentally pull one up. Let's see. Of course, those are all free. So like this one is not free. So if I try to download it, see how it's got Canva over it right there? So it's going to have that. It's going to have these lines through it that are, because I haven't paid for it. So they're like, hey, you owe us money to use this. So you just have to decide if you really like that picture or not. So once you've created your ebook, once you've got all your pages, let me see if I can go back to the main page and show you from there. So see, it's got all of my things I've created, my pictures and stuff, and some of them I'm not done with. Okay, so here's mine. It'll pull up. It's like 20 pages, so it's going to take it a second. So it's really all I did is I went, why is it taking so long? I just went page by page by page. And while that's loading, I'll show you. Okay, if you have not downloaded Evernote, you need to download Evernote. I know we say it probably a lot, but it's a free resource. You can sync from your computer to your phone or your iPad. I use it for everything. I use it if I create a post, if I'm out somewhere and I think of something and I'll type that in. Sometimes if I'm sitting here, at night, I'll come up with the wording for a post but I'm going to share it from my phone later. So it's nice because I can just copy and paste it. It's got all my scripts, but what I did was I saved my December free offer. So here's kind of how I did it. I just sort of laid it out. And then as I went along, I was like, I want, healthy habits for this, healthy holiday meals, desserts, and cocktails. So I would just add to it as it was like my brainstorming place. So then when I went to create the actual book, I could just look at that and be like, oh yeah, I wanted to add that in. Okay, so it pulled up. So it's just, I used a picture for that one, but then most of it is just these backgrounds. I used all these free backgrounds and you can change the color. I could change the color for this even now if I wanted to. You just go here, instead of making it brown, I could make it blue. And, I was on that one. I was like, why is that not? So I did try, because it was holiday, I tried to keep my color patterns. Not that anyone's going to care. That was probably more my OCD thing. And I was like, I need to keep the colors organized. Sorry. Trying to slow my computer down. So I could change that color if I wanted to. Oh, it wants to change the text. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next thing because it's being slow. Close out of that so it doesn't slow everything else down. So once I created that, then the next step, and I'll include steps to this in the team page too, because if you're like me, it's easier to see them writing than it is to watch somebody do it. So I just use MailChimp. Here's the thing about email lists. I know everybody's like, oh my gosh, one more thing. And most of us do everything in Facebook Messenger. But every single podcast I listen to with every single top marketing person talks about email list, email list, email list, email list. And I don't know about anyone else, but I'm starting to notice like not a lot less engagement on my Facebook, but I'm just starting to notice, I think people, like some of those people are moving to Instagram, or they're just, I don't know, it's probably the political thing. Maybe they'll eventually get over it and start using it again. But like people are taking longer to actually even open a message. And so I'm trying to move people to my email as much as I can. And then I usually like ask for their email, and then I ask them, do they want to, does Messenger or email work better for them? Because some people will be like, oh, I check my email all the time, but they aren't on Messenger. Because maybe they're at work and it pops up, whereas they can't like be on their phone on Facebook and stuff. So I hear about email lists all the time, and I finally decided, when they talked about you need to have a free offer with your email list. So the ebook, it just kind of all fell into place that the ebook would work with an email list. And so I used MailChimp. It's free. You just you go there, create a form, and, I could change any of these things along the side here. I can change this text if I wanted to, edit your text. I could have it say anything I wanted it to. And then what it looks like, I have it saved in my Evernote. It looks like that. So if you've ever seen anyone's post where they've been like, click here to get my free this or that, or click here to sign up for this webinar, like those ones, where we see the free Facebook webinars, they're just using something like MailChimp. And it is grabbing your email and putting it into a place to hold it for them so that they can, email you incessantly later. So I wouldn't suggest doing that, but it is a great place. So all they do is they enter their email, their first name, their last name, and they subscribe to the list. Then MailChimp holds on to that for you. Let me go back. Oh, shoot. Which one is it? This one. They hold on to it for you, and then you can just have it sent to your, Gmail or whatever. So I'd get an update, and it would show me, these are my subscribers. And I did save a picture of that. This is kind of what it looks like. And then where this square is their email that I've blocked out. Since this is being recorded, I think everybody wanted their emails on the internet. And so when I get the list, like it sends me this email, your list is complete. And then I can just download the list data, and I have those emails forever. So why would you want to have that? Well, if you have a challenge group coming up, I message my leads. Those are exported to my email. I message them probably every 6 to 8 weeks to say, hey, I've got a challenge group coming up, and you should totally join. I have like a whole thing, and I just change it up to fit whatever like the season is or whatever I'm offering. Like I'm doing this Shakeology group, so it'll include that. Well, now not only do I have those leads, but I also have these people that I gathered from my email list that I can include in that email as well. They've subscribed to something free from me. I've given them value. Most of them messaged me back and said, this was really good. Thank you so much. I tried that recipe. I liked that, blah, blah, blah. And so now I feel like I gave them something free. I can now feel like I can send them the invite to something that's going to require an investment. They can unsubscribe from that email, so they won't get any more from me, and that's fine. Or they may message back and say, hey, tell me more. So I actually did have somebody from December who is getting ready to sign up, who was one of the people that just got the free ebook. So that's just a great way. So like Candace, she's on our team. She just did Anita's call last week. I noticed in her videos that she posts at the end, just the very last sentence is like, to subscribe to get a free, what does she call it? Strong and Sexy Slim Down Meal Plan. That's all it says. And then it just has her little link. And so it would bring me here and I could get that. So that's like the next step for me, is that I'm going to turn a meal plan into an ebook that I can then, and when you say book, a book could be like 1 page, or it could be 2 pages, or it could be 10 pages. It can be however many you want it to be. So maybe you're just coming up with like for your 7-day free group, and we all have meal plans saved, right? You could turn that into an ebook that you can share in your challenge group. You can share in your free group. You could email to people, but it just gives you more, like when I see somebody that has it, I'm like, oh, I want to get that slim and sexy meal plan. I want to know what's on that thing. And it says it's free. So you're going to get people wanting to do that because they're like, hey, you could post one of the recipes from it to get more recipes like this. And then it's just a little link that's created by MailChimp. So like I said, I hope you expected like a super step-by-step, because I told Mona, I was like, it's really a lot. And with Brooke, like it's like a 15-minute video, but I would like pause it and then do the thing and then pause it and do the thing, so it probably took me like 30 minutes, 45 minutes to actually listen to her video, but then I got it. So it was like hands-on training. I don't know, I don't think that I could explain it any better than she did. So that was just the basics of it. And here's the other thing. I know that it can be really overwhelming. And so we're always like talking to you about like, do the basics, do the basics, do the basics. I am trying to just learn like one new thing every, quarter, like once a quarter, learn something and do it. And learn it like at my own pace. So, maybe for you that's a like page, maybe for you that's a free offer, maybe that's your Instagram. Mary's like, I've been using her tips since that team call and like growing my Instagram. So maybe for you that's that. I wouldn't try to do all the things all at once. But I do think there's value in the ebook because it's something you can reuse and reuse and reuse. You actually could create it and then just swap in and out recipes and use it again later with totally new recipes, but have done like half the work to get there, right? So I do think it's a great way to look really like legitimate, I guess. Like, oh, she created a book, when really they don't know, like we just got on this free website and created this. So that's really all I have. So Canva, Evernote, MailChimp, all of that's free. So I don't pay for any of those services. I don't think I pay for any, I use Gmail, which is Streak, that's free. I just try to utilize all the free that I can because I'd rather put my money into like the trainings and things like that we do. So anything I can do for free, I do. And I wouldn't overcomplicate it unless you like have an assistant who can like, it really can be super simple. Like I said, I am not like a technology wizard, but it was super simple for me. Brooke's video really laid it out like so step by step. Like it really was useful. So hope that's helpful. I'm trying to think, is there anything else?
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? Jessica's right. I think you're right about ebooks being a place where people, you look at any, like you said, any marketer, anybody from Shalene to Bob Heilig to anyone, it pops up on your Facebook feed. They have something they offer. Mm-hmm. And I think that's so smart. And grabbing people's emails, like dropping it in after a workout you do, maybe your workout video. Hey, here's my, free ebook. Check it out. You know what I mean? Anywhere. Like they're doing like, you see Candace and Anita are doing it. And Anita just does a calendar meal plan. That's all she gives them.
Yeah.
So
and I haven't subscribed to Anita, to Candace's, so I don't know. Jill Gorby does it. I am subscribed to her, and she does like a monthly newsletter, which is really neat. And it's super, like what I get from her is super simple. And she probably is able to just paste things in and out, move things in and out.
Does MailChimp do a newsletter too?
You can create that in there. I haven't done that yet. I've really just been collecting their emails and then using it to send like an email blast.
And I think that that's the thing that to focus on. I really do. I think collecting emails, even if let's say you post a recipe up, because people, I don't know, my followers love recipes. Maybe it's my 45-year-old moms, you know what I mean? They love recipes. But so you say, hey, who wants this recipe? Then really you can say, hey, you can say, drop your email, send me your email and a message, and I'll send you my ebook that I've collected.
Right.
Like that's another way you could even collect emails from just your followers. So
and like I said, with the ebook, I didn't show you how to do it. It is in Brooke's video, but you can link somewhere it had like a little Facebook icon. If they click on that, it's going to take them to my Facebook page. There's a little mail thing. They can click on that. It'll take them to email me. So even if like my friend, there's nothing to stop like my friend Stacy from sharing, but maybe she makes a recipe and her friend says, hey, where'd you get that? And she said, oh, my friend did an ebook. I'll send it to you. Then her friend is going to pull it up. And if she clicks on any of those things, she's going to find me. So I may not have gotten her email directly like through my page, but indirectly she still could end up coming back to me. So, if you have some really good, landing pages.
Yeah, landing pages. That's right. Yep.
And you hear about them and they sound really super I just kept hearing about them on like every podcast. Shalene, Bob Heilig, Amy Porterfield, like all the top marketing people are like, you need to have a freebie, you need to have a freebie, you need to have a freebie, you need to have an email list. And I'm like, dang this. But I was like, I just got to stick to the basics. This was like a way for me to just create something and then I don't have to keep recreating it.
No, this is great. And it's like you said, it's legit free. I mean, you can pay freemium. You can pay a landing page. I know that my friend Laura, she absolutely pays somebody to run her landing page. But it's her time. It's what she does. But, this is a free way just to offer value. And I think that's what we're talking about here. And Jessica, I think you totally hit the nail on the head about that value, because that's what we have to do. And if we have a tool we can use to give them something, even if it's like she said, one page, 1 or 2 pages, maybe put together. I think this is so cool. And it's real value. They don't have to come back to your page or copy and paste it and save it separately. They can actually get it from you.
They save it to their computer. It's either helpful or it's not. They didn't pay anything for it. But, I know that the people who are going to probably want it are going to be people that follow me, that are probably like me, who like the same kind of things I do. I pulled it up. So if I pull it up on my iPod or my iPad, that's how it looks. And so then they can just easily just scroll right through it.
Looks awesome. And it sets up automatically to view on those.
And so, that was the thing about the A4 is that it views perfectly on this. So if they pull up like one of my recipes, which I'll get to the end. So at the end, I have these recipes. They can just, if they click on the picture, I think, it's going to take them. I have it linked to my website.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, your website?
No, you could link it to, you can link it to anything because you just type in. So you could even link it to your, it probably is stuck on there. Sorry. Let me stop screen sharing and then you'll be able to.
Hi, Candy.
Here we go. So here it is. There we go. Sorry, I was still screen sharing. So that's my webpage. Let me go back. That's what the book looks like.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Really cool.
So, it's easy for them to sit and read. And if they click on a recipe, so say this is a recipe instead of like words, then they can just set that next to them while they're cooking and they can do your recipe.
That's
so I would suggest just even starting, like what I'm about to do is for my next free group, I'm just going to turn my 7-day meal plan into an ebook, so that they can just scroll through easily Maybe they're at the grocery store and they need the shopping list, but they don't so they can just pull it up. They can just save it and not have to worry about like going to Facebook and finding it. They can just pull it up on their thing. So, all right.
Just as
Any questions?
it's collected over whatever, something like 8,000 emails. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The like page, which is what I'm finding out about, is that you can create your audience. And this is just, and I know we need to wrap it up, but you can create an audience by your email list.
Yes.
Copy and paste all of your emails into a spot, and it pulls up like an audience for you, for your boosts and everything. I didn't know that. That's amazing. So, pretty cool. Well, there's lots of benefits to collecting emails, you guys, and this is just another tool to add value. Like Jess says, make it simple. Use her tips. She's going to post Brooke's video. I've seen it, and it's very good. So, Jessica, thank you so much for sharing with us and, kind of pushing us out of our comfort zone a little, maybe doing just one little extra thing. And like you say, at your own pace, because we definitely want to do the, the vitals and the things that we need to do every day to run our business. But this is just an added thing that we can toss to somebody that will say, well, they're walking their talk, they really are wanting to share and wanting to help people change their lives. So awesome.
But like Candace shares her meal plan, and it's just one page in our coach accountability group. But I assume that's exactly what she's sharing, like with her free people. Yeah. So, if you're already creating yourself a meal plan, then you're just sharing with everyone else, but also grabbing their email at the same time. So
yeah, I sent those templates exactly what she uses.
Yeah.
So you can share that too. All right, guys, thank you so much. There may be questions, anything about this week?
Susan, were you on it? Did you see that I used your picture?
Or is she?
I'll share that.
She shared your egg roll pan picture.
Oh,
yeah,
my
I
egg roll
turned it
picture.
into an ebook picture, so I'll share it with you.
Oh, okay.
It's like professional. Is that your
Thank you. Sorry I missed it, but hopefully I'll catch the read. Did you record it?
Yeah.